In spite of so many pets being loved and well cared for in the United States, there are millions that are not cared for, are not spayed or neutered, and are left to roam freely. This neglect results in pet diseases, tragedy, and systemic overpopulation. As a consequence of culture and climate, pet overpopulation is a tremendous problem in the South.
So I'm the director at Montgomery County Animal Shelter. We're a county open admission facility. We take in over 14,000 animals per year. Currently right now we're at close to 700 animals in the shelter. As far as actual cages, we have around 480 cages in the shelter. So just right there, that gives you kind of a clue that most of our dogs are double kenneled.
If there is a silver lining in the pet overpopulation in southern states, it's that these communities can be a source of adoptable animals to northern states. Animal care organizations sometimes transport animals from overpopulated shelters in the south to less crowded shelters in the north. But moving animals can take significant resources. The Montgomery County Animal Shelter's transport van can hold up to 54 dogs and even has beds for the staff. But this type of vehicle is expensive to build and maintain, and many shelters can't afford the costs. Perhaps there is another way.
Subaru to the Rescue is an idea that came to us just about 8 weeks ago, so it didn't take us a long time to put it together, but the concept is for Subaru owners and Subaru lovers to get in their Subarus, drive all the way to an overcrowded shelter somewhere in the south, and bring back lots of adoptable animals to less crowded shelters in the north. So we here at the Allen County SPCA are partnering with Montgomery County Animal Shelter in Conroe, Texas, right outside Houston, and we're going to help them save some lives this week.
As the sun rises on May 28th, 13 Subarus, each with a driver and navigator, fueled up at the local Shell gas station, gathered at the dealership for a quick blessing for safe travels, and began their life-saving journey. Meanwhile, in Conroe, the staff of the Montgomery County Animal Shelter prepared the animals for transport. Volunteers wished their friends safe travels, and foster families say goodbye. While this is a difficult day for foster families, they know their pets will soon be going to their forever homes. The evening of May 29th is an exciting one. Jessica is greeted by her friends Aaron and Mark, whom she met while saving animals during Hurricane Harvey. Drivers share stories of their experiences on the road and share the incredible moment together. But as the 28 members of the caravan prepare for the next day's travels, Jessica and Aaron return to the shelter to reconsider the number of lives that might be saved that weekend. The initial plan to transport 50 animals suddenly grew into the challenge of rescuing more than 70 dogs, cats, puppies, and kittens. Under a heavy rain, the transport work begins. Some are more enthusiastic than others. Now it's time for the most challenging leg of the journey, the 1,200-mile trip back to Fort Wayne with 77 animals in tow. Back in Fort Wayne, every single adoptable animal found their forever home during the adoption event at the Bob Rohrman Subaru dealership. By the numbers alone, Subaru to the Rescue was an impressive undertaking. In a span of 96 hours, 28 people drove 13 Subarus over 2,500 miles and saved 77 lives. It wasn't easy, but it was inspired.
When I first came up with the idea, I thought, wouldn't it be great to inspire other shelters, again, in the north to partner with their local Subaru dealerships to do something like this every year. In fact, I'm hopeful that we can do this again next year for spring break, and then we can spring animals from a shelter or break an animal out of a shelter. So if this really catches on, you can expect to see lots of Subarus on highways next spring heading down to shelters in the south to save some lives.